What's up? It's your boy Magic Miles, and haven't posted in about 1,000 years, but I'm gonna be giving a little rundown of my Invoked Sky Striker list for the August 2019 format. I think I have a pretty solid build, but haven't tested too much. But first off, it's obviously running the 3 Alistair the Invoker. You want to see this in about every opening hand, just so you can get your engines running. And I don't play very many monsters in this deck, but for hand traps, 3 Effect Veiler. You can play the Psy-Frame engine with Lambda and Gamma, Beta, or whatever it is. But I just decided not to because I don't have access to the cards at the moment. And finishing off the hand traps, we got 2 more Ghost Ogre and 2 Ash Blossom. I'm proxying the 1, but it's pretty easy to get a hold of now. And the last monster is the 1-tune Cyber Dragon, and I'll tell you about that a little later. Alright, and for the field spells, I'm running 3 Magical Meltdown. I would run 2 if Terraforming was still at 2, but it's only at 1, so I'm just maximizing on this card because, as I said earlier, you kind of want to see Alistair in about every hand, so this is just a way to get you there, and it protects your fusion summons from Solemn Warnings and shit. And one of my favorite cards, Instant Fusion. This is good going first and second. It can help you climb up to get into the Alistair Link monster, which I'll get into a little later. And it helps you go second and take your opponent's shit. Yeah. And we're running 3 Tune Table Contents. This is just an easy way to get 3 spells in your graveyard. And it can get your Tune Cyber Dragon. And this is also good going first or second. If you go first, you can play this, dump 3 spells, and use your Sky Striker cards and get the second effect. Or if you're going second, you can do this, still get 3 spells, and add him, special summon it, and then you can go into Mega Fleet, which is pretty bonkers, I'd say. And, into the Sky Striker stuff, running 3 Engage, just a must. I'm just gonna play it while it's still at 3, kind of sad about it. And running 3 Widow Anchor, little funny story about this one is, I was asking my friend, should I play 2 Widow Anchor? He's like, no, you should play 3. You know what I said? Alright. And the 2 Invocation, finally got 2. I might run 3 eventually, but it's just good because you can search it off Alistair the Invoker and Invoker Madness too. So that's why you can benefit off running 2, and it's recyclable, so I don't know. And the Spellbook engine, I was running Blue Boy for a little bit, but I just feel like since you have so many ways to get into Alistair, if you draw these, you're most likely gonna have a spellcaster, and you can just discard this to this as well, so that's pretty good. And then got the 1 Terraforming. Wish I could play more, but we only got 1 here in the TCG. And to finish off the Sky Striker stuff, we got the 1 Hornet Drones, which I could play more as well. The 1 Afterburner is just another card that can possibly break boards going second. And we got the 1 Area Zero. I was actually trying this out, and I feel like it could be good, especially with multi-roll. And I feel like you can just pop this and special summon the Ray. And I'm supposed to be running a Ray, but only 1. But yeah, I don't have it yet, so you can just add that in. And 1 Book of Law, the searchable off Invoker Madness, and just the 1 Upstart Goblin. I feel like this card is kind of a brick sometimes if you don't have the Alistair engine, but I'm just testing it out because it's just a cool card, and it can protect your invoked monsters sometimes. Alright, so that's about it for the main deck. It's just 40 cards. It's everything you see here, plus a Ray. So yeah, sorry for the inconvenience, I'm just fucking dipshit sometimes. So now for the extra deck, for the Sky Striker monsters, 1 Hayate, 1 Kagari, and 1 Shizuku. Playing Hayate because you can go into Raijin with her, which is really good. The 1 Kagari just because she's absolutely busted, and Shizuku in case I really just want to get my Sky Striker engine and don't really have anything else first turn. So you can get multi-roll, which is kind of good. So, and playing the 1 Almirage, which is actually kind of good in this deck because if you look here, you can see Alistair has 1,000 attack, so that kind of works perfect. You can get rid of him, and then you can just use his, you can use Invocation, banish him from the grave, and recycle it, so that's just another way. And it has built-in protection, so you can protect your Mechaba if it really comes down to it. And for the Nightmare monsters, we just got Phoenix and Cerberus, a little bit of utility within the extra deck. Discarding kind of hurts the deck a lot, but like sometimes you can just discard like Cyber Dragon, Toon Cyber Dragon, and just get a light in the grave, or any of your hand traps, and just like further your plays. And for the last link to, Alistair, Invoker of Madness. Card's absolutely great. Might want to play multiple in the future, but for now I just have one, and it's working all right. And for the last link, we got one Borreload. He's just good in case I have a lot of monsters, because you can't really do that with the Sky Striker engine. You can just go into Borreload and pretty much kill your opponent from there. And for the Invoke stuff in the extra deck, we got 2 Mechaba. I really only ever go into the secret rare one, because like the super rare one is just not as cool, you know. But you got to play both. You got to play both. And 1 Raijin, he's just absolutely good. You can get him off Instant Fusion as well, and I just summon him a lot off Invocation. Got Purgatrio for going second. We got Kaliga. This is pretty good, especially you can just banish a lot of the good dark monsters using Invocation, and you can really just stop your opponent in that sense. And for the last 2 extra deck monsters, we got Thousand Eyes Restrict. This is just really good going second. You can just grab it with Instant Fusion, summon it out, take your opponent's monster, and you can just extend your plays from there with whatever. And he's in the extra monster zone, so you can still activate Sky Striker cards, which is pretty bonkers. And the last monster, we got Mega Fleet. This is also for going second, because I just want to have the most utility I can in this deck, going first and second, because you can set up some pretty crazy boards, and you can break some pretty crazy boards with this deck. So I just feel like Mega Fleet's good, and that whole Toon Cyber Dragon engine is just like actually worth it playing in this deck. And that's about it for the extra deck. Now we're gonna go into the old side deck. I pretty much put this together in about a minute, you know. So this is probably the shittiest side deck you'll probably ever see. We're playing 3. There can only be 1. This card can absolutely blow out on certain matchups. I can side it in. They're playing like an archetype deck and have a lot of the same types, because most of the time I'm going to be having a lot of different things out with the Sky Strikers and shit. And we're running my favorite artifact engine. We got the 3 Sanctums. Shit on my sleeve, not good. And we got the Lancia for like Burning Abyss and some like other archetypes that banish and shit, or for Orcus really. And Artifact Scythe for Sky Strikers and pretty much any deck, because it just shuts down about like half the meta now. So that's pretty crazy. But I was thinking about maining it, but like I just feel like I kind of just want to, you know, just keep it what it is, and I can just side this in if I really want to get that broken with it, you know. And we got 2 Called by the Grave. You know, some people at my locals just like to play a lot of hand traps. Some people don't, so I always just have these ready if I need to side them in. I really would put in the 3rd, but I only have 2 at the moment. But you know, not bad at all, not bad. And we got, I don't want to get Mystic Mind. That shit's stupid. So I'm running Cosmic Cyclone. This helps a lot because it can banish instead. So it's really good against the Sky Striker stuff too. So I always side that in pretty much against any spell deck. And then we got 1 Afterburner, just in case you really need to break a board. You just have an extra one that you can have access to in your deck, which is quite nice. And we got Twin Twisters, just another way to kill spells and traps. Would probably put another Royal Decree in for this, because trap decks can be like really hard for this deck. But Twin Twister pretty much does the same thing in that sense, because it's also good against Pendulum. But yeah, the discard isn't the greatest, but still a good card to side. Ask anyone. And yeah, we got the Field Center, Duelist Kingdom, kind of cute. And yeah, that's about it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm pretty sure this is the first one on YouTube. If you actually like this, just if I get like 2 comments saying you want to see test hands and combo tutorials, I will absolutely do it. 2 fucking comments, dude. 2 comments. Like, alright, so so that's about it. Hope you guys have a absolutely flawless day. Remember to you don't have to click the subscribe button, but if you'd like to, want to see another video next fucking year, just do it. I'll be keying ya.